Greetings and welcome to Die Dragon Die presents Enter the Dungeon, Session 2. I'm your DM and host, Marty, joined by the full Ontario crew in Ontario, Ahmed, Adam, and Mark. How is everyone doing today?
Be certain that this is a different day than yesterday, despite the fact that we're wearing the same clothes.
Yeah, so basically we took a break for dinner, hung out with some of Mark's family, and now we're pitter-patter, let's get at her.
Got a possum to kill.
We got a possum to kill because what did you do this weekend? We killed 10 possums. We are playing our Pathfinder 2.0 basically test of the rule set and mini campaign. We've created some characters. Some of them are blasts from the past, from past campaigns that we played, including our play test of the Pathfinder 1 rules back in 2008. We love these characters so much that we decided that we would share some of them with you. And then Mark rolled a couple of two new guys that are fitting in quite well. Let's do a recap of what has happened so far. I haven't typed any of this out yet, so this will just be off the cuff. Episode 0 was character creation. We didn't show the full 6 hours of us kind of jamming through the rules and trying to figure out how to create characters, but
there was a lot of fumbling and
yes.
What is
That's
going
not
on?
a cantrip. What does this mean? Where is the resistance
How
listed?
do I do the thing?
How do I do the thing?
What the fuck's focus?
Right, exactly. What the fuck is focus? We think we figured it out. Please bear with us as we are figuring out the rules as we go. Hopefully you can take some of the learnings back home to your own table. So we did character creation, more of like a character summary of the 7 characters that we built. Yes, we like large casts of characters. So what?
Every character is a different class. We're trying all the classes.
Yep.
Who sucks to you, Bard? Alchemist, maybe next time.
Yeah.
Then we dove in with a bit of backstory for each of the characters, and we kind of had this slow-moving snowball that moved into something that is now rolling down the hill, at least. Episode 1 of actual gameplay was called Possum Pie, which might be jumping the gun a little bit. It might be character pie. As, session 2, I might not have the balance down correctly yet.
Might be player pie.
Yeah, exactly. But we're going to attempt to use one of the templates that is in the bestiary. Ooh.
Yeah. Like our first combat, last game, very quick. The damage dealt could have killed half the party in one strike.
So
It was a crit, but still.
normally I do the recaps because I want to hit the certain story beats and do the summary, but given that this was so fresh in our minds, I'm going to let you guys recap what the hell happened so far.
So, start off the game knowing one of Ahmed's characters has gone missing.
He's an asshole and is missing.
Missing asshole.
That's Shadow the Ranger. Yeah.
Shadow the Ranger. He's nuts.
Who is the brother of Ahmed's other character, Crusher, who lives in a monastery with Adam's cleric, Alkur, and my champion, Darian.
Alkur's been there for
Alkur
30 years.
Alkur slept through the fall of civilization at some level. There was a boo-boo. He was reading, and he got caught up in it, and a few decades went by. It happens. And apparently there was a war 30 or 20-something years ago, and he's been in this library for 30 years. And yeah, apparently, like, these hobgoblins that were a problem now, like, have taken over the kingdom, and it's like they're in charge and taking blood tithes and stealing the wealth and all not goodly things of the Heart of Gold.
Yeah. So, Shadow's friend from this village of Sparrow, Kreiger, wrote to Bone Crusher that his brother was missing, thus encouraging Bone Crusher to go on a mission to find him. Coincidentally, Bone Crusher's friend Darian from the monastery also had a message to deliver to the Lord, or Lordling, shall we say, of Sparrow. Yep. Or at least the Baronet. Ptolemy and Imp.
Very low title.
Who had no guidance from the age of 10 to 12, as he was basically the lord of the manor and village because his parents were missing. So he's a very interesting adult now.
I believe it's the barony. It's a whole region.
Yeah, the whole region. And he's like the house. The house hasn't been looked in. It's like you shouldn't let wild animals into your home. He wasn't taught that. So yes, now there's a possum problem in his house.
Yeah, so there's some political issues. So basically, the party went from the monastery through the town. They picked up Kreiger
in the village.
They picked up Kreiger in the village. They met Bill, son of Bill, grandson of Bill, the artisan.
Shadow was known to actually lay traps for Ptolemy's manor and visit them once in a while. So they were hoping to find out if they know more about Shadow. Hence, they all went up there to see if they know we can find anything else.
So we made our way up there, and that's where we met Ptolemy and Oskar, who helps Ptolemy out.
Who helps keep Ptolemy
himself
working.
out and Ptolemy out.
That's the best kind of friendship. The kind of friendship where everybody gets what they need. Where Oscar's helping Ptolemy sort of sort things out and keep the taxes paid, apparently by pawning
But he's still Ptolemy's friend.
Yeah.
Still, like, I don't think you mean him harm.
Just gotta be greedy enough. Not
Too greedy.
Just greedy enough.
Did you glean anything from your conversation with the madman?
That this isn't the first time that this happens, and there's some weird mushrooms and a beautiful lady. That's what I picked up.
And the people who run the monastery were interested enough in his mad ramblings that they wrote a journal of his mad ramblings that are not available for public viewing.
Yeah, he was the guy. What's his name? Rand
Zad.
or Zad? Zad, yeah.
Zad
That guy was the sorcerer for the enemy. He was captured, and he's a little out of his mind.
Well, here's what's going to end up happening is I need to find a book so amazing that I can go in and go, no, I'm taking that one. Yeah. Or I need to get a better librarian library card. Like, I need, like, the ultra library card. Or some sassy librarian like glasses. Like sassy reading glasses. Yeah.
They say no, and you just pull them down and look over them.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Sorry. Look. And now Ptolemy won't leave his manor until we kill the possums.
Yeah, well, look, the manor's been taken over by possums.
And I have to say, this is the first adventure in all of my years of gaming where we were hunting possums.
Maybe they're hunting us.
Okay, Ptolemy comes down with some shiny blue pants after being told to put on his big boy pants. He's like, I don't have brown pants. He still doesn't get the joke.
He asked what kind of pants should we wear, and all of us said brown pants.
he is the brunt of this joke. He smiles quirkily and
You look lovely, Ptolemy.
Thank you. Not too lovely though.
No. Manually, masculine.
You look ready for combat.
Oh, that's what I was going for.
Shall we proceed then?
What are we doing?
We'll eradicate your problem in the basement, you said.
Oh, well, didn't you ask her to throw a trap down there and hope for the best?
No, they gotta.
If we are going to travel down this dangerous road, we might as well use the advantages we have. There is a wonderful cart down there, and Mr. Golem showed me that we need to access it. In order to access it, we need to get rid of the...
Oh, that's grandfather's carriage.
I believe it's now yours.
Well, no, it's grandfather's carriage. It was the death of him.
And you... What do you mean?
He ran over himself with his own carriage.
How did he manage that? He really is just lost, isn't he?
Yeah. I'm sure your
He's got
grandfather
a way
will
of
be happy
talking.
with you taking it.
If you just spend a little bit of time with him, you get used to it.
Well, that's what Mr. Golem told me.
See what I said? Makes sense when you get used to it.
Right.
All right.
Alright.
So,
He's really talkative. This is
so
Don't give him any liquor. He'll never shut up. Looks over the shoulder.
I have a really lovely, minty moonshine, minty gin almost.
So they're possums.
yes.
Yeah.
Lead the way, if you will.
Oh no, I'm not leading the way.
Point
Show
the
us
way, if
where
you
the
will.
possums are.
Should we go through the door, or the door will make noise? No, we should creep down the ramp like mice. Although the possums probably eat mice, so not like mice, but creepy as mice.
Door, please. Just point.
Can you creep in that armor? He looks at
You're not going to be creepy.
I'm not a creeper.
If anything wants to defend its territory, it will come to the noise. If it will run away, then it is not a problem. We will just run them out of the home.
Oscar and I are creepers.
Yeah.
We've played hide and go seek in the house before.
Yeah.
He said it was good training.
Yeah.
It is.
I'll go last then.
Oscar would have grown up when Ptolemy was a kid. Like,
Uncle Oscar became Oscar.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Alright. So, with your shiny britches, you can sneak. I know you can sneak.
Yeah, I can see them.
Alright, you're on Team Creeper.
I'm not sneaking.
Alright, so creepers are gonna creep. You're gonna stand in front.
Oh yes, Kreiger and the new guy stand in front. The knight,
Darian.
Darian, Sir Darian.
All right. Did mention I don't creep, right?
Yes, well, we'll be in the back, creeping
Okay then.
supportively.
Is there a,
Very supportive.
is there,
And not very creepy.
is there an AOO in moving around? Because I have a retro.
There's no AOOs.
There are reactions that could be able,
I think only fighters
Need
get.
feats.
You
Like
need
monk,
powers to-
monk can have it, but
Still. Okay.
Alright, so we got some creepers. We got some not creepers. You got a name for not creeping?
Walking.
I like Darian.
There's like
Oh, funny.
Not very original, but we can work with walkers and creepers.
All right, this way. And he kind of does one of these sort of like circle around. We'll walk around the outside. So you go down these steps that are just full of leaves, and no one swept them in probably years. Oh, watch out! I think there's a trap in that leaf pile. Nope, sorry. As you walk down, I think this is the main level. Yeah, so that leads you to. So are you having a conversation with Ptolemy?
Yeah.
As
So, by yourself, you live here. You and Mr. Gold.
yes, this is my home. He stiffens his back with pride.
You don't get lonely.
Well, the home was conjured by my great-grandfather.
Conjured, you say?
Conjured.
Well, yes, that's how all homes are made.
Most of them are constructed.
Out of conjured materials.
No.
Out of wood, stone, natural materials.
The ground is loosened and dug up.
There was a great offering, and the house was conjured.
Is that recorded anywhere?
I think so.
You have a library, a study. Your father's study, perhaps? Grandfather's study. If it's still there.
Most of it?
Who's your grandfather?
Grandpappy Van Imp.
Does he have a first name?
Of course he does. This way.
Doesn't answer my
That's
question.
Yeah.
What was your question?
Do you not get lonely up here?
No, I've got Mr. Golem. I've got all sorts of friends around here.
Like?
And what am I, chopped liver?
Oscar comes and stays with me all the time.
Oscar, Shadow, Mr.
Shadow comes around, he sets traps. He's not very talkative, but I've never stepped in one of his traps.
Chris like, he hasn't been doing anything.
Setting traps.
He showed me what it did to Mr. Snuffles.
Who's Mr. Snuffles?
Oh, he's an old friend.
Does Oscar know Mr. Snuffles?
It's a childhood toy where Shadow wanted to teach Ptolemy a lesson about death. Stuck a toy that he saw Ptolemy sitting at the table with having dinner in a trap. Shadow's a bit of a dickhead. Sorry, Ahmed.
No, that's how I play him.
Mrs. Snuffles was never the same.
Poor Mr. Snuffles.
Well, he was a grand elephant. Elephants are real, I think.
Yes, they are.
Well, I want an elephant. But a small one like Mr. Snuffles.
You know, you could have some of the villagers live here with you in some of the quarters of the servants, perhaps.
Yeah, they used to, but I had to pay them their severances and send them on their way.
If you kept them here, they would still continue to.
I think they were taking their severances anyways, but it was best if they left. The rate at which things disappear has gone down considerably, Oscar.
That it has. Additionally, we got a bit of an income stream problem. The inlets into the treasury are not as expansive as one would like to maintain a proper business.
Hold on a second. He kind of like dances around Oscar and kind of avoids like a weird dandelion. You don't know why he's avoiding the flower, but you guys have already walked through like 40 of them, and he kind of like tips around and goes, whispers to Oscar. Should we tell them about the trunk? You guys can hear it.
What trunk?
No.
Yes, by
Do
all
not-
means, do not
We
tell
do
us
not
about
like
the
surprises.
Oh, it's just a Mr. Snuffles thing. You know they have trunks. Should we tell them about the trunk?
Still here.
There's a trunk!
And in said trunk are taxes owed by the kingdom. And if they were to disappear, it would be very bad for many people involved.
Well, then there's also some of my grandfather's things. You see, after he died, getting run over by his own carriage, he was very old. I believe his chest of belongings was placed in one of the back rooms, and since then the hay is taking over. It's everywhere.
It would be something good in there.
I forgot it was even back there until Mr. Golem told me.
Well, perhaps that's something we should look into. But rest assured, we're not in the business of thieving.
No.
Of course not. You're a paladin and a knight.
That I am.
So are you going to be one of those, riding again types?
By riding again, are you suggesting an uprising?
I don't know what I'm suggesting. I'm just suggesting words.
I'm a
Riding
defender of the people.
Uprising is a crude term, but I'm not liking what I'm hearing of the Iron Duke, Iron Lord, Iron King.
Everyone looks at Alkur weird. Like, this is such old news. It's like you guys were born with this as the story.
You really do need to get out of the library every now and then.
I guess you all
I am out of the library.
You are senior enough to witnessed the war before that.
Holy crap, guys, where are the possums?
This is Kreiger. Fucking going ahead.
Here, possum.
All right, so you guys get to this kind of this ramp that leads down underneath the main floor. This ramp leads down, and by the time you're here, you kind of see possum scat everywhere, little tufts of fur, maybe little bits of like the smaller prey that they might eat, and actual like small possum. A couple of them kind of like those are the little ones. I think there are two varieties. There's the possums. They're scary. They play dead, you know. They like feigned death.
So,
Would you imagine? Feigned death.
Yeah, I kind of heard they did that.
Well, then there's the dire possums.
alright. I heard they were large.
Big, sharp teeth. They want you to feign death.
Not so much feign death, but be dead.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
Yes, I suppose. I I don't go down here anymore.
Kreiger is going to make
Kreiger, why don't you come up?
a nature check to know something about dire possums?
Sure.
Marty, I've got my spear in 2 hands.
And never mind, I got an 11.
11? Oh, they are
They're big.
they're nasty animals. You're looking like you go into their den, they're gonna attack you.
Yeah. So they're visions.
Yeah.
Alkur will give a thought to possums.
They are medium animals.
Stupid.
12. They are medium animals. They don't like you.
Yeah, they're big, they're mean. And they're meaner than possums.
You got a 12?
Oh yeah.
They could be carriers of disease.
If anyone gets bit, I should check the wound. Oh, signs of disease. Diseases are bad. Also, I don't like... Oskar, could you trade spots with me? I don't like standing here. I feel exposed.
It's good. Oh, good thinking.
What are you talking about?
Why don't you stick close to me, Al? And put
yes.
that light back on the sword.
Here we go. How the fuck am I supposed to sneak with that shit going?
I don't know, I'm walking.
Supposed to be creeping over here.
Forward. Hold the spear out.
What do you think you're doing? Trying to creep over here.
They eat dead things, insects, rodents, birds, eggs, frogs, plants, fruits, grains. They'll eat anything a dog eats, a cat eats, human eats.
Basically anything.
Yep.
They're one step above goat in terms of the eat anything scale. I didn't hear boots or tin cans.
And that's the normal possums.
Anything a dog eats, my dog ate a dodgeball. The whole dodgeball.
That's just comedy gold right there. Okay, so there is a giant, kind of like elaborate wooden, for all intents and purposes, a garage door.
Okay. Could you swap Alkur and Ptolemy?
Sure.
Because Al is friends with.
And then there's there is a couple of windows on either side, and there's a big ass garage door that needs to be lifted up, like a portcullis, basically.
All right. I don't you again. Oskar will go lift the door.
Okay.
Strong enough?
We'll find out.
All right, Oskar, you have a look at the door. You see that it could probably use some work to unjam some of the mud and dirt that is collected up near the door. Otherwise, it'd be harder to open.
We'll unjam it.
Okay.
Get up there.
So you take your dagger and you spend a few moments kind of clearing out the dirt and scraping it away. He does it onto the other side. Oskar also sees that there's kind of a track with wheels that this thing is on, and the wheels are a little bit rusty. You could probably use oil.
Do I have oil in my like my whole fuse kit?
It's a house, so you could go and try to find some
Or
oil.
we can just try to
Hey, Crusher's
Krieger's like, fuck this. All right, so Oskar takes a step back, and the two Gronks are going to make a strength check. I'm actually going to look up the rules for doors and gates and stuff. And, yep. Actually, tab
Oscar's going to maintain the door to like function again.
detecting creatures, actions, DCs,
having a very small exit to get through. Get out.
doors, gates, and walls. A portcullis. They have climb DCs, forcing open. Lifting a warden portcullis is DC 20. This is actually not meant for sieges, so this is more like a DC 18. Strength check.
One action thing, or
Yep.
okay, they got 3 tries per round. So.
And then you could aid each
There we
other.
go.
You roll the natural 20, so you add 4.
24.
It's a critical success. So yeah, the two of them just go. All right. The thing kind of
Oscar's
slams
like,
open.
let's knock the butt off.
Immediately, the funk of this place, the smell of rotten hay, scat, and urine, and probably rot, is just sort of like fetid in the air.
Oh, it smells like Bill's in the morning.
And you can see lots of scat and little skeletal bones and some like furry piles and like little tiny possums kind of running away from the sound.
The light on your sword is still there. Like it persists until I cast light again.
Seriously? Oh, really?
So Krieger's sword,
Yeah.
Krieger's
Arthur's
sword's been
maul,
lit up
or-
since the bar.
his maul,
Longsword.
Darian's long sword.
Darian's
Okay.
longsword. I can't cast it on the maul. The maul's too big.
Got it. Oh yes, it really is wonderful to see the carriage room again.
Control yourself.
Than him. We really should have a talk about maintenance and structures.
Yes. Alkur is quite...
Do we have to talk now? It involves opening one's mouth. It's on my tongue. It's on my tongue.
Hold yourself together there, my lord.
He's holding his breath right now. With you guys kind of yucking it up, you actually
Does Dark Vision
Here-
see anything in there?
yeah. There's some movement over by this rotten mound, and you actually hear a very loud hiss, like.
Well, Oscar's gonna pull out his bow because let's.
Yeah,
I got 3 grognards. I'll use a bow.
Ptolemy is got his hands out. He's ready to cast spells.
Dagger, please.
Pick a damn weapon already!
Yeah, he pulls out his dagger. So he's got his dagger out.
Tommy?
Yeah.
Thought you were a caster.
I am.
Then get ready to cast.
Casting requires you to open your mouth, remember?
Fuck's sake.
Alkur is going to pull out a medical kit.
Okay. Alkur's got his medical kit out.
Go.
What does Oskar have in his hands?
He has a rapier.
Rapier. Shadow's not here. Bone Crusher. Or maybe Shadow is here.
He's the guy
Shadow.
hissing.
That'd be funny. You said the long spear?
I have long. I can attack either with the long spear or with my legs.
Unarmed strike is kicks for everyone, not just.
Krieger's got his maul out now.
Oh yeah, he's got his maul out.
And then Darian's got his lit up longsword and his shield.
Longsword and shield.
Okay.
I attack twice with the spear. Flirt.
Alright, so you can hear hissing. It sounds like 2 large things hissing and lots of little squeaks.
Well, if you creepers want to go ahead, by all means.
Okay, so I need I'm just going to roll. Actually, no, give me d20 rolls. I don't have tools to roll automatically.
Worst way to fight them off.
Fair. And man,
Alright, so Oscar got what? 4?
That's exactly what I rolled. 5 and 9.
4 and 9.
4 and 9 for Alkur.
Yep.
Ptolemy gets a
5.
8. Krieger.
5.
Darian.
9.
Bone Crusher.
5.
Uh,
24.
Monster 1. Monster 2.
Can I shake a big furry bitch? Introduce you to a little prick.
Okay. There's hissing. Alkur goes next.
We will bring civilization back one step at a time. He's going to step forward and cast no. Step
5 feet
and
forward.
down start the bless.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So it's a 5-foot radius, +1 to hit, and +1 on saves. And it expands. The size of it expands every round.
Okay. Darian. There's hissing from the
He will
southern part of the.
Get bigger.
stride forward.
What's your movement, Darian?
That's 25.
Okay, that's a single move.
You will, is he sort of veer down towards what it sounds like? Yeah.
Double move.
25. And he's going to wait for his companions.
Okay, anything with the last move? Reading a shield or.
Yes,
Raise your
yeah, I
shield.
guess I have to do that
Okay,
every
you
round.
raise your shield.
Yeah.
And it's just +1 to hit.
Oscar.
Did he get it off? Did he get the bonus?
There's a bunch of light spilling out
Yeah,
from the
it's-
lit up sword.
It's an emanation, so I think you have to be in it.
You have to be within it.
Yeah,
I
so
see.
the zone gets bigger.
You don't.
So Oscar's gonna go in with hey, you brave fuck. He's gonna go 20 feet. He went further than that.
Yeah.
Move as a line.
It
It would be decimated if you were in the unit.
Fine. Yeah, you'd suck my unit.
Something else would suck your unit if you're not careful.
Yeah, about there. About there would
Okay.
be good.
And then with your last.
With my last action,
Crank your crossbow.
no.
I'm assuming the cross. If you have a crossbow, it's
It's
loaded.
cranked.
Yeah.
I think Oscar's good. He'll draw the dagger. So I have a rapier and a dagger.
Okay.
You can chuck one.
Got it. Krieger.
He's going to move forward.
30.
Yeah. No, he's going to move forward 60.
Does he have 30 moves?
Yeah, he does.
Krieger.
25 and then 5 from a general feat. That
Yeah.
So Krieger just goes plowing past Darian.
We're not staying together, are we?
We must stay together. Krieger, slow down.
Hurry up!
Waiting my turn.
It sounds like two things fighting, like two things hissing at each other.
Yeah.
Is it coming from the hay or
It's
the...
coming from over here. Yeah.
Over there, okay.
All right. So Krieger just did basically double moves. Anything with the last movement?
No.
Okay. Ptolemy. Okay, I think Ptolemy is going to cast a spell. The spell is called Tentacular Limbs. It is actually not a standard spell. It is an uncommon spell that he gets through his aberrant bloodline. And I'll make a note of what page this is on once I find it. He's going to use one of his focus points to cast this.
Focus spell.
Oh, and I did see it's not that many. You don't that many focus points a day. You get that many focus points, but it takes 10 minutes
Yep.
to
For
replenish.
in 30 minutes, you get a
Yeah.
roll back.
Yeah.
But if you don't do that, then you get him.
Then you're up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you are basically reduced
Druid, monk,
3 per combat.
wizard.
I think there are feats that they say. I think
Okay.
somewhere I read it replenish.
Somatic component. Your arms turn into long, pliable tentacles. Okay, it is a single action. His arms have turned into these long, black, eel-like tentacles, almost like rubbery octopus arms.
Interesting.
And then he'll double move forward.
Behind Oskar.
Right, that's what he says.
Good.
Oh, what the hell happened to your arms?
I'm casting spells!
Alkur.
He looks strangely serious.
I will get between Darian and Kreiger. Stay behind us.
Bone Crusher.
Move me 50 feet, please, between those two guys. There.
Okay.
And then I take a mountain stance.
Stomp down twice and are kind of taking this big wide stance. Here.
We suck so much at creeping, you can't.
Okay, you hear more hissing. Alkur.
Alkur will double move up. He'll go right beside Crusher.
Okay.
Up, down.
Down.
Down, there.
Yeah.
I can, there.
There you
And he
go.
will spend an action to increase the size of the blessed by another 5 feet. So
Okay.
that's a 10-foot radius.
Nice.
Okay, scrambling out, almost nipping at each other, are two dire possums.
There's a bunch of men
They look like angry male red dire possums.
You go. No, you go. Fuck you, you go.
Nipping at each other because of the noise. And there's one. There's two.
Hello, pretty.
Ready?
Yep.
The Heart of Gold is a lawful baby, correct?
Yep. Lawful neutral.
So my little Bane shoots law.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so there's the cutesies.
This is the fuzzy look at him. So mad. So nice.
So mad. And these things move at 40 feet.
Oh, he's so fast.
They have a 40-foot move.
I don't need to be faster than them. I need to be faster than you.
Okay, nipping at each other, they kind of come tumbling out of this horrible matted fecal fey mass, and they're nipping at each other. And you see a bunch of little baby possums going all over the place. Darian.
Darian will move forward. The raise his shield, move forward. Yeah.
50 feet.
Yeah.
Would be at the corner here, or
Why are you doing this to me?
the corner of the
No,
carriage? Or?
no, he wants to be trying to cover as much of the.
Okay.
He wants to make himself the focus of.
Oskar.
Stay together.
That guy's gonna get fucked. Oscar's gonna.
Too far forward.
Shiny motherfucker. Alright, so
Your shield's up, right?
Yeah, sure.
Oscar will double move forward.
Double move forward.
Crusher's lawful. You always yell. You hear him yelling
Right.
like when he's training, like "Stay together, fuck."
And he will. I'll fucking triple move forward. Ready's 2 actions. No. Operation sit behind meat shield in action.
Kreiger.
He'll move up beside.
So if you go one back, you
Yeah,
ready.
one back, I can ready. Yeah, and that's what I
Okay, so you're readying to.
do. To attack.
Okay, Ptolemy is 25, so 50.
Ready spell. Wait, ready.
He is going to cast a mage armor. If mage armor is a one single cast, if not.
Mage armor is when you prep your spells.
Oh,
first-
it,
mage
it
armor is
lasts
first
all
level.
day.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's a first level spell.
It is good.
Duration until the next time you make daily preparations. Okay, so you cast
Cast in
Mage
the
Armor every
morning.
day.
You got a shield.
Yeah, I
Shield.
think shield.
It is one action.
He'll cast it, but it's not up, I don't think.
I know it's up when you cast it.
Okay.
I think you gotta cast it every round.
Yep.
Oh, I see how shield works. Okay. Verbal until the start of your next turn. Okay, so he raises a magical shield.
Shields up.
Shield's up.
How many LGCs at one?
Bone Crusher.
40 foot forward, please. There you go.
His move speed's reduced because he has balance stance.
Yeah. So it's 1, 2.
Now he
Move
runs
me.
back.
Actually, move me below. Actually, yeah. Another. I'll spend another move to get below. There.
Okay, your last move.
Yeah, that was it. Those are my 3 moves.
Okay. There might be some hissing deeper in the hay pile. Something's coming, says Ptolemy. Alkur.
Use fire.
Do I need 2 moves to get behind Oskar? I think so. Yeah.
Ignite their mound.
No, that's my home!
You don't burn the fucking house down. What's wrong with you? What's the matter with you? You're supposed to kill possums, not burn down the house.
Control the fire before it destroys.
Yeah, burn down the fucking house.
My grandfather's things are in there!
We'll move there, and we'll spend 1 more action to make the bless now 15-foot radius.
Okay. Well, you can keep on kind of pushing
You
on the
can keep
bless.
pushing on the bless.
Okay, the dire possums with their 40-foot movement.
Crusher's over.
Here
Oh, come on!
comes dinner.
They come running in.
That one getting smackaroonied. Are you ever ready to? Oh no, you don't. That, you don't reach.
So their first movement gets them to here. So
No, I think, did Kreiger have it ready?
Kreiger has it ready.
But he doesn't reach.
okay, so dire possum tries to bite Bone Crusher. It's AC 26.
Yeah, it's not
I
10
am
over.
going to. Oh, he's gonna damage. Oh, he's gonna damage you.
So
He's
it's,
gonna damage.
it's not a critical.
It's not a crit.
So it didn't beat it by 10.
No.
Okay.
My AC.
He might have DRs, but it's not damage.
It does 5 points of piercing damage.
Alright, now you.
I use my
Reaction.
reaction. I'm trying to find the name of it so I can call it what it's supposed to be.
Cool.
My AC's 19 right now.
Okay. It is called.
It kind of at the last moment it springs towards you and it's got this nasty mouth and
Champion's, I use my
5
champion's
damage.
reaction.
it's about to go for Crusher's right knee and the shield just comes in. Boom!
Yeah, but it actually damages, right? It actually hits.
It reduces
and
the
damages.
The damage is reduced by 3 because I'm.
Okay, so you only take 2 damage.
Aye.
As it
You're the
would have
man.
tore your knee open, but instead it gets a mouthful of shield, and then because you are adjacent to it,
I am going to attack it.
as part of the reaction, your sword comes flashing in towards the beast.
And I get plus.
So 2 damage.
16 plus. I didn't write this stuff down for here. Awesome.
Okay.
Well, it'll be plus
4 at least, your strength.
4 to 1, so plus 7. So 23.
23 is not a critical hit, but it is definitely a hit as the blade goes digging into the side of the dire possum.
So it takes a whopping 6 points of damage.
Alright, so you stab it with the sword and it kind of goes back on its haunches and it's hissing at you now.
That's the average damage.
Oh, is that bonus to damage?
No, just plus 1 hit.
Okay, it's going to attempt to bite Crusher again, because this one was a little bit ahead. It has its second attack at a plus 4. AC 19.
That's my AC.
Okay. So it...
That's your mountain AC?
That's my mountain AC.
Sorry.
That's alright. It attacks for 6 damage. It only gets one reaction around.
One reaction around.
Digs into...
Owie.
You're bleeding.
I'm well aware.
Okay.
You shouldn't be bleeding.
6 damage. Okay, so 8.
This one comes bumbling into Darian. It has to double move to get there. And hits AC. What's that? 8, 6, and 8. AC 16. Okay, this one's biting at one of the pauldrons. Kind of got up onto your shield and is biting your shoulder, and it's pretty nasty. Alright. Darian. Now, Darian had a reaction, which I don't think changes his initiative. He just goes now, right?
Yeah. Even if you had it, yeah, the reactions don't change it, and the readies don't change it.
Okay.
Alright, so, yeah, he's going to attack.
Which one? The injured one or the one that's attacking you?
I'm going to attack the injured one.
Okay.
So, sorry, shield up.
Yep, you ready your shield.
Ready my shield, and I'm going to attack the injured one. And I got should be plus 7, 8 with bless, so 10.
AC 10?
Yeah.
No, that misses the creature.
I just make sure it's not a critical miss.
I don't think they have a critical.
And this could be a critical miss. Plus 8, so 5 for critical.
AC 5? Yeah, I don't think there are critical misses in the game. We can double check that.
I'm looking now.
Maybe one day we'll break open alternate rules where you have
this is a little bit
critical misses and critical hits. But no, you swipe at the thing a couple of times. The one that's riding your shield is keeping you from getting really good swings at the one beside it. Okay, you're kind of crossing over while the thing in front of you is in your face. Oskar.
Well, we don't see anything else coming.
Nope. You can see like little rat-sized possums that are kind of like trying to get away, but.
Okay, Oskar is going to scoot behind the one on the south into the flank. So he's going to just walk through Crusher.
There's no AOs.
Yeah, the AOs aren't a thing.
Yeah. So yeah, you kind of go
You can't
around.
go- you can't go through the enemy.
It goes south. One square down. To the kitty corner.
To the corner between
Yeah.
There we go, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, these things don't have any reaction that allows them to interrupt your movement.
I'm going to make my first attack with the dagger, and my second attack with the rapier. So I have a bigger bonus on my second attack, and a better chance of getting hit.
Okay. And Crusher, you do need to make a fort save.
Okay, you need now?
Yeah, from the bite.
Okay. Does he make 2 of them?
He got
I
bit
think I
twice.
failed.
Yes.
I rolled a 2, and my fort is 8, so 10.
Okay.
And the second one, 19.
Well, if you failed, that's fine.
I
Crusher.
don't know if I failed or not. It's a 10 total.
So you failed in the first one. You rolled a what?
10 total.
So you have the sickened 1 condition.
Fucking always.
So, AC 17 against its 5-footed AC.
That is a hit against its normal AC.
Okay, so this is a D4 plus a D6 because I'm sneak attacking. Try to quick check. I believe it says D6 sneak attack. Sneak attack D6. There we go. So that is 7 plus 4 is 11 damage.
Okay. Oskar slides in beside Bone Crusher, whose knee is just torn open, and with a festering wound, he sees an opening. You basically take both your dagger and your rapier and kind of stick it on either side, and you hear the two metal tips clink in the middle, and you pull them out. There's a gout of blood, and this one goes down.
Alright, and then he's going to move back in behind the row of meat. Excuse me, pardon me.
Kreiger. Oh, that was effective, says Ptolemy.
Yep.
Go, Oskar.
He steps forward 5 feet, and he's going. I think we'll save rage for later. Yeah, he's going to attack twice.
Okay, with his maul.
AC 15.
Misses by 2. The thing scrambles out of the way of the big hammer.
And misses again.
Okay.
Please give me another dice.
Analog Modron hates you. Ptolemy. Ptolemy's going to move behind Kreiger. He's got tentacle arms going. He's going to cast a...
damage.
Oh, I forgot to replace his...
Half my life. Cantrips?
Wait a second. He should have 3... I never picked his third, second level spell, so he's got a spell that we need to pick.
Second level spell?
First level spell. No.
Oh.
He's got one from... He's got one that's a bloodline spell, and then the other one that you just get as a sorcerer, and then he's got 3, and I haven't picked the third one. Okay. He is going to cast Chill Touch. And I believe he can just touch 10 feet away with his tentacular thing is 405. Delivering touch range spells and making unarmed strikes with your arms up to 10 feet away. So he can try to touch the dire possum. And then I believe Chill Touch is just one where you just touch. You don't have to make a spell attack roll.
You need to get this
No, these are trained actions, untrained. We check doesn't read that.
Alright, it has to make a Fortitude save against the DC of his...
It's flies.
Yep. And the creature's fort save is +8.
So, should be like 13.
He rolls a 15, it makes it. 23 is not a critical success. So, the target attempts a basic fortitude save, but is also enfeebled for 1 round on critical failure. Oh, this is it just versus the enfeeble effect, so he actually does D4 plus 4 damage automatically. He touches it and does 5 damage. The thing kind of yeeps, kind of dances back from him. You see this wave of necromantic energy coming off of his blackened squid tentacle arm. It just sort of like disperses out towards it, hissing over at Ptolemy. That's what you get! That's what you get! Bone Crusher?
Going to flurry
Okay.
on the one. Yeah, that guy.
And you've taken into account your sickened condition?
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I want to try to wrench, which is an action, and that will try to reduce my sicken by 1.
Okay. First thing you need to do is make a fortitude save against the poison or the disease.
Been reading the rules.
Yep.
You just go to sicken.
First thing is a DC 15, or sorry, 17. Okay. So you're at sickened 2 actually right now.
Stuff. So automatically.
So are you sickened? What's
No,
his
sorry.
Sickened.
You are at sickened 1 and slowed 1.
Sicken 1.
So you have only 2 actions.
Yep.
So it's slow.
Sicken is a -1, which counteracted by the bless. So now
That's sickened.
So sickened allows you to retching gives you a fort save to reduce your sicken level. So wrench
How many actions is that?
one.
So try that.
Okay. So you're just gonna puke.
And then I'm gonna try to flurry.
So the irony is, if you had some of the possum meat out back, that's what's coming up.
It was a 20, and then it goes to a 2. So I fail.
Okay.
Now I'm
So you're
going
like,
to
it's
So I'm
nothing.
gonna try to flurry.
Okay. So you've got 1 action left. You're gonna flurry.
Yeah.
So I think -1.
Less counteracts.
Yep.
So 7. At 24.
It's a hit.
17, 18, minus 3 for the second one. What's your?
Yeah, we put it on your character sheet, so I think it's -3 when you.
Should be. No, it's not -3. It's -4 because he's using mountain style.
Okay.
Where is it? Why is it -4?
Because it's not agile anymore.
Because it's not agile.
Oh, it's not agile.
It's
Okay,
forceful.
okay, yeah.
Okay,
so
what's
it's,
the total on the second hit?
11 minus, so 8, 14.
14 is a miss.
11 plus 7, 18 minus 4, 14.
So you hit once. You kind of kick it in the head, and in the middle of you retching, you miss the second kick.
7 damage.
7 damage is a swift kick to the head. The creature is now bloodied, to take a term from 4th edition Dungeons and Dragons.
Best part of 4th.
Yep. So that was Bone Crusher. Try not to get sick. You can hear more like hissing from deep within the pile.
Make you sick.
Alkur. Neither one of them's the mother.
Yes.
I think these are suitors. They do have weird male parts.
Big screams.
Yeah.
We're gonna. Which can I'd like to study the possum to figure out which one it's going to attack.
Sure.
Who does it look like it's attacking?
Is there sense motive anymore? No.
There is a sense motive thing. Give me a second. There's this, like, I think it's a perception skill. Give me a second.
Perception's not a skill, though.
Yeah, it's not in the skills anymore.
It's a perception ability.
A perception ability, what have you. I remember seeing sense motive.
Okay.
The sense motive is thinking about,
Is it Oskar?
no.
Who's Alkur?
Alkur. Oh, sorry.
Alkur wants to give AC to the guy who's going to get attacked.
Okay.
He would like to know who the guy is getting attacked.
Bone Crusher is the one that punched it in the head.
It hit it last.
And it also has this festering wound.
And he's also hurt.
Yeah.
So I'm going to cast a.
It seems frightened of Ptolemy. With the weird cold tentacle arm things.
Yeah, from a long way away.
And then the big hammer from Kreiger that came pounding down beside it.
All right, we are going to forbidding ward, Crusher and the possum.
Okay, what is the effect of this?
It's a +1 AC, +1 saves against that creature.
Awesome, there's no saving throw or anything like that.
Yep.
Okay. You feel a tingling sensation as the Heart of Gold, the priest of the Heart of Gold, calls upon a battle spell to help you out.
And then I'm going to pump out my bless another zone for now it's 20-foot radius. Heart of Gold.
This is kind of like tinkling gold glitter in the air, kind of pulsing out from Alkur.
Civilization will conquer. Small battles lead to large victories.
Okay, the possum, because of the weird things that are going on, like in the big hammer, actually takes a 5-foot step.
He doesn't like the touching.
Yeah, it kind of scrambles over the other body, and then is going to attack Crusher. +9 with the red die. AC 26.
I'm going to.
If it hits, it's not a crit.
Okay.
It hits.
Max damage for 9.
Okay, so reduce it by 3.
So 6.
6 damage.
You do not have to make another fort save.
6 is 14. Now I really need your healing.
Yep.
I'm going to try and hit it.
I got 2 per day.
Yeah, you get your reaction.
Rolled an 18, so that's a 26.
That's a critical hit.
That one's ready for
No,
driving.
26. It has an AC of 17.
Bless. Are
27.
you adding bless?
That is with plus.
Not a crit by 1. Sorry.
So, but max damage for 12.
12, you
So
slice the thing right into its neck, and you take it out, the whole thing falls over, it's no longer hissing. Very dead.
You're very bleeding now.
Thanks.
How nice of them to be in a little pile.
Yep.
It's good for the